I want to talk. On this video, I want to do a Christological inductive grammatical analysis of the visit of the Magi, and this is following after they visit, and they're going back from their visit. We had already done Matthew 2, 1-6, looking at the Greek, reading it and doing a grammatical analysis and a running commentary. So verse 7, we pick it up. We learn that the visit of the Magi are told that it was in Bethlehem that Jesus was to be born, or is born. And so with that in mind, we're told in verse 7, Tata Herodes latra kalesas tus magus ekribosin par auton tan kranan tu phenomenou asteras. Then Herod, when he called the Magi privately, inquired from them the time of the appearing of the star. Notice kalesas, then Herod, when he called, is a participle, an aorist participle, nominative masculine singular from kaleo. We would have lusas, lusantas, and so forth. So it's the nominative from kaleo. It's probably a temporal participle. Then Herod, when he called privately, the Magi, akribosin, is the aorist indicative active third person singular from akribao. When he called, he inquired from them, aorist indicative active third person singular, the time of the appearing of the star. Phenomenou is from phino. It is a present participle middle, and it's in the genitive case. The time of the appearing of the star. Verse 8, Kai pimsas autus eis Bethlehem apen paruthentes exetasate akribos peri tu paidiu epan de hurete apangelate moi hapos kago elthon plaskuneso auto. And when he sent them into Bethlehem, he said, Go and search diligently concerning the child. And when you find him, declare to me, in order that I also, when I come, I might worship him. Notice, and when he sent, pimsas is the aorist participle nominative masculine singular from pimpo. When he sent them into Bethlehem, he said, apen, from lego, aorist indicative active third person singular, paruthentes, go. Here we have an aorist passive participle nominative plural from paruamai. When you go, exetasite, search diligently. From ektaso, here we have the aorist imperative, second masculine, second person plural. Search diligently. Akribos is your adverb concerning the child. And whenever you find him, hurete is the aorist subjunctive, second person plural from heurisco. Apangelate, declare to me. Notice from apangelo, we have the aorist imperative, second person plural, declare to me that even I, when I come, I might worship him, or I shall worship him. Althon is from ergamai, the aorist participle, nominative, masculine, singular from ergamai. When I come, I might worship him. From proskuneo, the aorist subjunctive first person singular, that I might worship him. Hoi de akusantes tu basileos, and they who heard the king went then aporuthesan kai edu ha aster han edan ente anatale praegen autus heos elthon estate epano hu ein ta paidion. And they who heard the king went, and behold, the star which they saw in the east went before them, until when it came, it stood over where the child was. I take this to be the Shekinah glory of God is leading them, just like it led Abraham, recorded in Acts 7. So they who heard the king, akusantes is from akuo, the aorist participle, nominative, masculine, plural, from akuo. When they heard the king, they went. Apuruthe-san is the aorist indicative passive, third person, plural, from paruamai. They went, and behold the star, which they saw in the east, Adon from charao, the aorist indicative active, third person, plural. It went before them, praegen, it was going before them, from praago, imperfect indicative active, third person, singular, until when it came, or coming, elthon is your aorist participle, nominative, masculine, singular. It stood, estate, from histemi, aorist indicative passive, third person, singular, above where the child was. Verse 10. Idantes de tan astera ekaresan karan magalen svadra. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced with great joy exceedingly. This is from harao, aorist participle, nominative, masculine, plural, from harao. When they saw the star, they rejoiced. A karesin from kareo, aorist indicative, active, third person, plural. Here we have the cognate accusative with karan magalan, with great joy, exceedingly. And verse 11 then, kai elthantes eis tenoikian, edan ta paidian meta marias, tes metras autu, kai pesantes prosekunesan auto, kai anoixantes tus thesaurus auton, prasenekan auto dora, crusan kai libanon kai smurnan. When they came into the house, elthantes is your aorist participle, nominative, masculine, plural, from erkamai. When they came into the house, they saw, from harao again, aorist indicative active, third person, plural, the child with Mary his mother, and falling down, from pipto, aorist active participle, nominative, masculine, plural, from pipto. When they fell, they worshiped, prasekune-san, from praskuneo, aorist indicative active, third person, plural. They worshiped him, And when they opened their treasures, anoixantes, aorist participle nominative plural, masculine plural from anoigo, they brought to him gifts. Prasenekon is from prosphero, the aorist indicative active third person plural. Gifts. Krusan, gold, kai libanon, and gold and frankincense, kai smurnan, and myrrh. So they're bringing gifts. And krematistentes kat honor me anakamsai pras herodein, and having been warned in a dream not to depart to Herod. Krematistentes is the aorist passive participle nominative plural from krematizo, having been warned in a dream not to depart. Anakamsai is the aorist infinitive active from anakamto, to Herod, through another way. Anekoresan, they departed, from anakoreo, aorist indicative active third person plural, unto their land, or unto their country or their region. So here we see the visit of the Magi bringing gifts to the Lord. And I think Matthew is showing us that the Gentiles are now coming to worship the King with their gifts. And he wants to drive home that point, that the Gentiles, according to Matthew's account, are the first to see Jesus, whereas Luke has the shepherds, the despised group, are the first. So it's interesting. Matthew is clearly saying that Jesus is a king to the Gentiles who are willing to seek after him and find him.